Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Teeter Talk. I'm Alex.
I am Ben.
And today we're going to be talking about just summer movies, basically. We've got a lot to cover. It's been a minute. And, we got Superman, Fantastic Four, Weapons. It's going to be a crazy episode.
Yep.
So,
Pretty jam-packed.
Yeah, but since it's been a minute, how have things been?
I've been great.
Good.
I've been good. How about you?
I've been all right. Yeah. Hasn't been super awesome, but I mean, trudging along, you know.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Very cool. Yeah. This is going to be our summer movie blockbuster breakdown, where we're going to be basically sharing our thoughts on the movies. A few of which we gave our straight out of the theater opinions. A few that have been released on streaming services that we've watched,
Yep.
and what we thought of them. Just maybe some quick reviews, nothing too in depth. But without further ado, we should just jump right on into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So going back, we should probably go all the way back in regards to the summer movie start. What was the first major summer movie that we reviewed? Was it Thunderbolts?
That was May.
That's still summer movies.
What?
Yeah, May starts summer movie season.
Okay.
Memorial Day.
Thunderbolts.
Yep, Thunderbolts we both loved.
Yeah, loved it.
Yep,
Holy.
that was great.
Now out on
We gave 4.
digital.
Yes, on digital now,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yep.
How many times have you seen it now?
Oh, shit. Probably watched it 3 times since I bought it on digital.
Oh, that's right. You did buy it on digital. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so probably watched it 4 times in theaters, and then 3 times on digital so
No
far.
shit.
So
See, I got to get your logins because I'd love to watch it again.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect. Yeah, that was. I think we both give it 4s.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean, that's one of the movies, for every time I've watched it, I've just enjoyed it even more.
Yeah?
It's just such a good rewatch, yeah. So,
Stick
I'd probably still give it a 4, though.
Would you?
Yeah.
After all the rewatches?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. We both loved How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was on another level. A level I was not expecting it to get to. I did not expect to give it a... what did I end up with, a 5?
5,
on that one?
yeah.
We gave that one 5.
I mean, it's a shot-for-shot remake, but it's beautiful.
It's just, like I said,
Amazing.
I think in the previous review that we did, that I think it added just so much more depth
Yeah,
and
it was
character
perfect.
to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. And then of course, did you ever end up seeing the Jurassic Park?
I did.
Dominion?
Yeah.
What did you end up thinking of it? Did you not like it?
No, not one bit.
What would you give it out of 5?
2.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, disliked it.
I think I think they need to be done with that. I appreciate it for what it is.
The
but
franchise.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
franchise, let it die in a good way instead of just running it into the ground.
Right.
You know?
I couldn't agree more. I think they just need to come up with a solid new take on it.
Yeah.
It's a new story, new characters, because what they're trying to do is just they're trying to buy into the fan. What do they call that? Pander to the fans.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of that. Obviously, that all started with, I think, No Way Home, where all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, we bring back this cameo, and we got so many millions of dollars in this cameo. We got this audience locked in." So I think a lot of that is then it's like, well, yeah, it's Jurassic Park, but it's Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
It's like that's not enough. Oh, we'll just retread. We'll take different things. I mean, everybody seemed to like that Brontosaurus first scene in the first movie.
Yeah.
We'll just do that, but we'll make them with bigger tails.
Yeah.
And
They're like, "Oh, we got it. Let's just put them on an island."
Right.
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's brilliant.
It's just it's tired. The last, I don't know which. I think it was before Jurassic World came out. Maybe even, I could be wrong, shortly after that. There was a script floating around where InGen, the company, I think was making, that made the dinosaurs, was going into combat type scenarios, and they were gene splicing the dinosaurs with humans. So there's a whole story out there where there's humanoid raptors walking around. Yeah, I think that was before they scrapped it and then just went with Jurassic World.
Lay it to rest. Yeah.
Well, that was... But one thing I do appreciate it for was swinging for the fences. That is such a crazy freaking plot that it's like... Really?
But
Like
that's
you
not
think
even
that'd work?
Jurassic Park anymore.
No. You're into something completely different
Yeah.
at that point. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. So yeah, I don't. I'm not sad that didn't make it to fruition, but yeah, they just need to let it rest and give it a while. I know they're
Yeah.
trying to churn out a new trilogy with this, and the movie made money. It was like one of the biggest blockbusters
Every
of the
single
summer.
one does.
Yeah.
That's why
what's
they
so
keep
crazy.
making them.
Yeah, like I mean, you look at Superman, you look at Fantastic Four, money makers, but Jurassic Park has been like the number one all summer so far.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that franchise still keeps churning out the money.
Oh my god, yeah. It's it's just the same stuff over and over again. It's just dinosaur and I understand to a point like what else can you do with a world full of dinosaurs?
We got enough creative people out there that somebody could think of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
They almost, I think they abandoned the whole. So they started getting a little ballsy with Jurassic World in the second one, where the dinosaurs got out.
Mhm.
And while I thought that was interesting, they shit all on it in the third one just because, it was like, oh, wait, no, there are a few here, there are a few there still. But you could have really made that into something like dinosaurs. Now I get they're trying to be scientific about it. Like, will dinosaurs be able to flourish in today's environment with,
Right.
Toxins and things like that in the air? Probably not. But you could find those that like went up to the mountains to, and then they evolved and they somehow, became, something more. And then you could do it like not a Jurassic Park, but, something where it's a group of new people fighting for their lives in a remote area. It just happens to be these dinosaurs have flocked to something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, you're not reinventing the wheel again with the story, but,
Right.
let that be the starting point and then build from there possibly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I mean, I would like to see something good come out of it for sure. It just doesn't look like it's going that way.
No. And the thing with that kind of gave me hope for this one. It was written by the screenwriter that did the first one, David Koepp, or Koepp. I think it's Koepp. But he's made a lot of freaking amazing movies. Seven? No, he didn't do Seven. But he's done a lot of freaking like noteworthy movies.
Really?
Oh yeah, David Koepp did. I think he had a draft of the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
If you look up his name, in fact, let me take a really quick second to do that, just so we have it. He did Jurassic Park,
Okay.
Lost World, Jurassic Park Rebirth, Panic Room, Death Becomes Her, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Okay, we're not really going into good things here. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. He wrote that screenplay.
Remind me which one that's not the one when they're like he's living the same day over and over again, right?
No, that was
Edge of Tomorrow.
That was Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let Die Repeat.
Which one is War of the Worlds?
War of the Worlds is where he's the dad of Dakota Fanning and then the teenage son, and he's out one day, they're in Brooklyn or something, and all of a sudden they come out of the ground.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
That's a seriously awesome movie. But yeah, Spider-Man, and then quite a few others. Oh Jesus, he's all over Jurassic Park. But anyhow, yeah, he's a talented screenwriter, and this was the best he could churn out for
I mean, if he's a big part of the Jurassic Park empire,
I get it, but man, you think these guys, in all their infinite wisdom and experience, would be able to churn out something that was a little more original.
Yeah.
I don't know.
be a little
I don't know.
consistent
Exactly.
instead of terrible and good.
Right. Mediocre. Meh, as we like to say these days. And then we move on to another. Obviously, we had Superman.
Yeah,
That you and
Awesome.
we weren't divided per se, but you gave it a lot higher score than I did.
I would say we were pretty divided. I was pretty high on it, and
Yeah. I gave it a 3.
yeah,
You gave it a 4, 4.5?
4.
4, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole star. That's pretty significant.
Yeah, I really
Have you seen it again since?
I've seen it a couple times when it was out. I haven't seen it since it left IMAX though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you saw it in the theater a couple times?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I saw it twice in theaters.
And obviously you hold on to your 4.
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
score.
I do see like when I went into the second one, I do see like there was a lot of hype around it when it was first coming out, and so seeing it from like a clear view, Yeah, like I do see some flaws about it, but overall, like it was just a good superhero movie. Like when I'm seeing Superman, I know I've probably talked about this on here with have we talked since we've seen
We have
Superman?
not talked in depth about Superman
Wow.
yet. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like with Superman, he's the type of Superman I'm wanting to see is a Superman that's going around saving every single person. Like human life is what's important. Not even human, squirrels.
Sure.
For the movie. And that's what I loved. I loved seeing that. I thought the flight scenes were super good. Like
I agree.
every single oh my god, it just like it you couldn't help but have a smile on your face during that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I think James Gunn, especially with the past couple of movies that he's made, like this and then Guardians 3, I think he's been getting real freaking good at ending a movie. Like, because
Okay.
I think just with Superman's ending, he's just looking up at his family photos and everything. It's Mom, Pa Kent, and he's listening to the punk rocker song.
Right.
Um,
Is he listening to that song?
Or maybe not, but it's
Okay,
playing.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've only seen it the one time, so I
Yeah.
haven't,
But it's playing at that
Yeah.
in that scene, and just like him having a smile on your face, like that's what I'm trying to. That rejuvenated me at the end, so I'm walking
Sure.
out of the theater with a smile on my face, like thinking that the world is just. We've got a Superman,
Right.
And I thought that was a really cool feeling. Yeah.
My only issue with Superman as a whole, I had other issues with it. I thought the pacing was a little off. My Superman has always been the stoic Superman, the one that I grew up with. Chest out,
The aura farmer.
exactly the aura
Yeah.
farmer of Superman. Yeah. So this aw shucks Superman took me a little bit more to get into. I didn't dislike it. I thought at first I remembered in our out of the theater reaction, I was like, I don't know what I think about David Gordon Sweat. It wasn't David Gordon Sweat as I thought about it. It was the role that was written for him. And again, that's where I think there's a big divide. Like I myself, a lot of people that hated Zack Snyder's take on Superman in Man of Steel, because they want their Superman to be more heroic, and I think that this new Superman touched that in them. Where I myself, I loved Cavill. I thought Cavill did a great job. I know a lot of people are divided. They didn't like their Superman dark. They wanted him more hopeful. I just didn't, and I would agree that's, it was very dark. It was very kind of grim, both movies.
He lets a building of people explode while
Here's
he
the thing.
stands there. And
I've
he's just
rewatched it. I've rewatched it
fucking
again.
pouting.
I rewatched it again. Not after this wasn't what prompted me to rewatch it again, but I watched someone's take on it where they said he's not like willy-nilly just crashing into buildings. Like he's doing everything he can to stop Zod. Zod's the one that keeps taking him, but because there's the scenes where he's just punching Zod as far as he can.
I'll give you that. Like in the movie, he did. I don't know. I don't remember what movie I'm talking about. Like the scene where he just lets a courtroom of people explode and he's standing there.
He didn't know that the bomb was in there. Because if you go back, right, because he should know because he can see through everything. The guy was in a wheelchair, and the wheelchair was made of lead. He can't see through lead.
Oh.
And Lois Lane found that out. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's in the regular cut, but I watched the director's cut, which I recommend if you are a hater of Batman v Superman, that you check out the director's cut, because I think it's another half hour, but it fully fleshes everything out. It's got a completely different beginning. It's just worth a watch. Same with, and I will say this to my dying day, Justice League. If you have watched the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, do yourselves a favor. Invest the time it takes to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
And there are two totally different films.
Yeah.
Completely different films.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder, I know it's hard to say in today's environment, but Zack Snyder kills it. Absolutely kills the whole thing. Much better than the original Justice League. But yeah.
And I will give you credit there. Like in Man of Steel, it's not like he was just did not care about death at all. Like he didn't kill a single person until Zod, and they made it clear how bad that affected him.
Oh, sure.
Like, when
His scream,
oh my
absolutely.
God, yeah. Like you could tell that he was trying every single way not to kill him, and it was last
Pleading
resort.
with him before he did it,
last
yeah.
resort. It's this family or him.
Right.
And so, yeah, like that's a justified example. But at the same time, like when I'm seeing a Superman, I'm looking at a guy flying with the strongest man I've ever seen. Like somebody that literally figures out a solution every single time. Fly him in the air or something. You know?
Right. No, I get it. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I just think that killing him, like there could have been a way around it.
Absolutely.
I feel
I'm not
like.
saying there's not. The Man of Steel is a flawed film. It really is. But in regards to how well it hits home on so many other levels, like I mean, I can only go into like I love the dichotomy of Clark Kent and Superman, and that I love how they split that up.
Yeah.
I love when when Zod invades, how it becomes almost like a War of the Worlds with the warning that comes over the airwaves and everything. That's pretty spooky.
Yeah, it is. Like it's intense. Like you feel the intensity of it.
You do,
yeah,
and
100%.
you feel a world at like at a grip. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they're like, holy shit, what's happening? And that's and then like another scene that stands out right away is the whole when they go after his mom. And he's sitting there about to, off his mom, and then boom, there he is, and he's beating the shit out of Zod, like, you dare threaten my mother?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. And of course, the number one scene, other than the huge battle at the end, but is the first flight scene.
Yeah.
The first flight scene is by far one of the best Superman scenes ever filmed.
I'll give you that.
I
Yeah.
mean, when the way Snyder, and I give him full credit, and I'm not a Snyder lover. Like there are certain movies I think he's done phenomenally at. Man of Steel, the Justice League, Watchmen, 300, a few others. But then he shits the bed with these the Netflix movies, the Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, I was the idiot that watched even the director's cuts and still
Yeah.
they were still crap movies.
Going back to what you said, like I have, when you said one of the best like Superman shots or Superman scenes, what do you have like a specific one in mind that you would say is probably the best Superman scene you've ever seen? Because I do.
I want to hear yours though.
It's for sure in the 2025 when he saves the bridge while she's driving over it, or like
And he rises up out of it.
Oh my god.
That's an iconic shot.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't even say that it's so much the scene itself as that particular shot.
That's 100%. Like literally, if you could take a picture from any Superman movie, in my eyes, him floating right there with the smoke, that's the best picture of Superman I've ever seen.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree. That's one of them. I really do. My best, the two scenes I'm caught up in as far as Superman goes is there's there's a few of them actually that pop in my head. One is First Flight from Man of Steel. Two is going to be, and it's going to be a silly one in retrospect, but the scene where in the original Superman where Lois is in the earthquake and goes down and he finds her, but it's too late and she's dead. And the scream he lets out before he flies into the air, and you just see him, how angry he is, and he goes around the world. He reverses the rotation of the Earth, which then rewinds time.
I remember that. Yeah.
Which in the 80s, I guess that made sense.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll just have him go around the world backwards.
I've been sitting here thinking, like, I haven't seen the Christopher Reeve Supermans in forever. Probably have only seen them one time in my life. And I was sitting here trying to think and trying to like understand what you were saying, but I was under the mindset that I hadn't seen it, but that I do remember.
Yeah.
I do remember him reversing time.
Oh yeah, and like just like how he's, I'll even put it below here, how he like when he reacts to Margot Kidder was the Lois Lane in that movie, her death, and how he's in denial at first, and his chin starts shaking. He's going no. And then he just like sits there and he gets quiet, and then he screams, and then he launches as soon as he does it, and then it's the close-up shot of him with his like pissed off face screaming, just flying straight towards the camera. That I remember probably was one of the first times that I can remember in a theater having been emotionally taken over. Like the chill goosebumps washed over me, and I was just like, Oh my God, you
Yeah.
know, and I can always appreciate that. Hence why I have more of an affinity towards Zack Snyder's darker take of Superman. But again, I think David Cornsweet did good with the role that he was given to. He clearly, James Gunn has a vision for Superman, and that is this vision, which is much more upbeat, much more positive, much more humanitarian. Yeah, again, I'd have to watch it again, to get my to see where I'm locked at, because I only gave it a 3. But was it only 3 I gave it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was only a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. But like the ending was another, I talked to a friend about the ending, and they were like, no, it's another James Gunn needle drop that just hit perfectly. And it was good. Like, I remember it happening, but I remember thinking in my head, like, that's a Superman for today. You know what I mean? That was in line with everything they were making the Superman to be, to make him more upbeat, more positive.
Yeah.
So why not have him sitting in that chair looking at his family?
Good ending to that movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just makes you, that is the reason why this movie's doing so well, because as soon as those credits drop, you're just like, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
And my only issue with that was my Superman is, and again, it's my own take on it. Like, I wanted the score to be sweeping at the end. I wanted the shot of him, he's at work again. He's flying through the air. Every Superman, I think, story ends like that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I loved, I think what James Gunn got.
Dumb gun.
Yeah, dumb. What James Gunn does really well is not necessarily like a original score at the end, but like he finds a song that resonates with the movie. Like, the whole reason why he did the punk rocker song.
Oh, for sure. Was
because I'm punk rock.
Yeah, I'm punk rock.
I'm
yeah.
punk rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that today the new punk rock?
Yeah,
or something like
exactly.
That? Yeah, no, I thought that was great. And it was just me getting around the, the aw shucks Superman,
Yeah.
which there's nothing wrong with that. We'll see how I have total faith in James Gunn. Mm-hmm. He has knocked it out of the park so many times, and I genuinely liked Superman. It just wasn't the end all be all that I felt everyone was making it out to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, I did enjoy it. I obviously a 3 is better than meh, but we'll see. I'll watch it a second time when it comes out on streaming, and I'll give my see if it changes my score at all.
Yeah, let me know when you do, because I would love to watch it again.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have a Superman premiere night.
Hell yeah.
So Alex and I are kind of late to the game in regards to Wicked, the movie. We had not seen it up until last week. So we sat down, we finally watched it with a group of Wicked fans, people
Fanatics.
that love
Fanatics.
that love it, through and through. And what did you end up? I don't think I ever asked you maybe what you gave it. I
said probably, I'm not as high on it as everybody else seems to be.
Same.
Yeah. I would give it probably around like a 7.58.
Okay, what about in a 5-star rating?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Like 3.5 or
3.5?
4. Yeah.
I wouldn't put it to a 4.
Yeah.
I said it was a 3.25 for me.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was really, I think it was the one that I was like, I'm not quite sure if it's a 3.25 or a 3.5. Mm-hmm. So I'm right there, right between them.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest musical fan. Like,
Yeah.
I just, I don't know what it is about musicals that kind of take me out of it when dialogue turns to lyrics and lyrics turn to,
I'm the same way.
It just kind of takes me out of it. I thought I love The Wizard of Oz. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So to see this, I wouldn't say continuation because I think it's more of a prequel than anything, was fascinating. But at the same time, again, the musical numbers would come in. And while they were, dynamic and catchy and things, it didn't get me into it,
My problem with them is that they interrupted the story. Like, some of them did.
Sure.
Some of them
And
did.
I know others would argue that they further the story.
Yeah.
But the music kind of takes me out to almost where I'm not paying attention as much as it would be if it were dialogue.
I remember one scene in that where it was, we're not doing spoilers. It's been out for years. At this
Right.
point.
Yeah. At this
Okay.
point. Yeah. So anyhow, if you haven't seen Wicked, we're about to get into spoilers. So either fast forward or
watch the movie.
Or watch the movie. Get caught up with us.
The one scene where Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo Cynthia's about to run away from everybody at the Jesus Christ.
It was a dance or
the
something.
palace. No, it was after she found out everything with the wizard.
Oh,
with
gotcha.
Oz.
Okay.
She was like, they were going after the monkeys had gotten their wings at that point. They were going after her. All the soldiers were going after her, and then they locked themselves in this watchtower, climb up, and she's like, "Oh, I got my broom. I'm going." And she's trying to get Ariana Grande to come with her, and they have this duet song together, this Defying Gravity song. So like the entire time it's building up, and I'm thinking there are people pounding down the door right now,
right.
and you are singing a 1.5-minute song.
Right.
And then after that, she doesn't fucking go with her. Like, they
Right.
just sing that song for not, like, they're all happy and all excited. Like, they're both going to go on this great adventure. And then she stays. And because she wants everybody to like her more than anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that motivator was for her. I don't think I ever caught at any point she was going to go with Cynthia.
I did too, but that just made me think that entire, because Defying Gravity was already sang at that point by Cynthia. Mm-hmm. So there's no point to include Ariana Grande unless she was going with her.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my biggest so that song in itself is very iconic. That's from the show,
Yeah.
you know. So again, it's been a show for many years. I don't know what artistic licenses the movie took that kind of, you know, spruced up the play, obviously with a lot of effects with the whole, you know, broom scene and everything. But I felt that song didn't quite match up with the intensity of the scene.
Yeah.
So I felt that song felt a little off for how that scene was building. Like the scene was building to almost a very action-packed climax.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And the song is, you know, Defying Gravity, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, it just felt like the two didn't quite mesh up.
It would be a great just like flying through the air scene.
Once everything calmed down,
Yeah.
you know, or something like that.
Like
and again, I could be misreading what the scene is about.
Yeah.
Again, my apologies because musicals are not my forte. But, yeah, I just felt there was something off there. Mm-hmm. I knew about halfway through it was in the threes because I was enjoying it. I thought it was too long. I definitely thought it was too long.
I did too.
But I thought the ending, the last half hour of the movie was astounding.
Yeah,
like
great.
So good.
That's the thing. Like the last hour of the movie, I feel like just really picks it up, but it takes too damn long to get to the main plot. Like not the main, maybe not plot, but the main motivator for Cynthia Erivo. Jesus, I can't even think of her name or character's name. The Wicked Witch.
Alpha and Glinda.
Alpha?
Alpha.
There's
and
no
Glinda.
fucking way I didn't make fun of that name.
Alpha.
Elphaba,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Elphaba, yeah.
Elphaba.
Yeah, but then they just call her Elfie?
Elfie, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
If
So,
I
yeah.
heard Alpha, I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way I got through a 2.5-hour movie and didn't make fun of that name at least once.
But I am excited to see the second one. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited to see how it wraps up.
It makes, like, you were saying it the night that we watched it, but the trailer feels different now that you've seen the first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I have more invested in it at this point, so I know
100%.
where the story's going, what the characters' motivations are, the tie-ins to The Wizard of Oz, which made me very hopeful and interested in where it goes. But like I said, I'm at a 3.25 to a 3.5. I think maybe I'll watch it again when the second one comes out. Maybe watch them back to back. Although that is going to be a long watch.
Yeah,
that's going to be a 6-hour watch.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah. Overall, it was enjoyable for a movie that we kind of missed out on last year.
It was all right, but I mean, I'm not.
It was on a lot of
I'm
people's
not
number
upset
one,
that I
wasn't
missed-
it?
yeah.
Top 5 of the year, top 10 of the year.
It was on. I think it was the Escape Pod's top movie of the year last
really?
year. Yeah.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, so I mean, it was good, but I'm glad. Like, I'm not necessarily upset that I missed it in theaters.
No,
at
not
all.
necessarily. No.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think I would have had the same.
Yeah, and one
Reaction.
thing, like we were laughing about this quite a bit. They have a shot of like the Wizard of Oz characters, Dorothy, the lion, the Tin Man, walking on the yellow brick road. They're still fucking walking the road in the second trailer.
It's a long walk.
Wow.
I don't know if they ever established in the original movie how long it took them. I don't know if it was
Wow.
like anything like Lord of the Rings, where like between scenes was like 2 months,
Right?
Oh
Oh
so
my God.
who knows? But I'm sure that hopefully they'll explain it in the second movie.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was. I was like, what?
Yeah.
There's-
They showed the diorama,
Yeah.
so it was all over the place.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
All right, so we have next up our in-depth review of Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Let's do it.
All right, so assuming everyone out there has seen our straight out of the theater reaction, they know that we were in favor of the movie.
Hell yeah.
I think those that might follow us will also know that you've seen that now. How many times?
6
6 times total. Told him the
hands.
last time I think I went to a movie that many times was when my ex-wife dragged me to go see Titanic.
That's my mama. That's
Yep.
my mama.
She loved her some Titanic, that's for
Yep.
sure. All right, well, Mr. 6 times, let's hear it from you first and foremost.
I loved it. I mean, I don't even really care what other people are
Nor should ya.
trashing
Nor should ya.
online. Like, I mean, it's just I've talked about it before. I'm a huge fan of how a movie looks, and I thought the CGI in this movie looked amazing. Galactus's ship, Silver Surfer, all of that looked really cool. Johnny Storm's flames, Ben Grimm all of it looked super cool.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple shots here and there where you could tell, but overall it looked great.
You'll have to excuse us for the dogs outside there.
You think it's picking it up?
Oh, for sure. They're way too loud right now. But anyhow,
Sorry.
continue.
The casting was just amazing. Like, I wasn't sure how I felt about Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Okay.
But I mean, he just proves me wrong in every single casting decision or every single time he's been cast, and I've had somewhat of a reaction. He's proven me wrong.
Yeah.
Joel, The Last of
Right.
Us, proved me wrong.
Yep.
100%. He blew my mind. And Vanessa Kirby,
Right?
holy shit, dude.
I told you in a previous
Oscar-worthy.
when we were talking about what we thought of the movie that she was my only wild card. Wasn't really familiar with her and
Yeah.
her background.
Yeah.
But she anchors that movie.
Oh my God.
That movie's I don't know if that could have been done with a lesser actress.
Yeah.
You know
Seriously.
what I mean? It was just
She's the perfect Sue Storm.
She was amazing. She
She's
was
amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
She blew me away in that.
She is from that movie in Doomsday, she's a core character in that
for
film.
sure. Absolutely.
Oh
Can't
my
wait
God.
to see her in other stuff.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
She was so good. And they didn't really Joseph Quinn was good as Johnny Storm. They didn't really do much. I feel like Ben and Johnny were kind of
Pushed to the back.
yeah, a little
sure,
bit.
I get it.
A little
yeah.
bit.
They had their subplots, but at the same time, nothing too. Obviously, with Ben, being in effect, it's really hard to get that, human feeling, that emotion from him. But I thought they did good with what they had.
Yeah.
And then you're right. I think Johnny Storm was my only I felt like I like Joseph Quinn, but I think they could have probably done that with 5 other actors.
It's just a different Johnny Storm that I haven't really seen before. I
Okay.
feel like it's a more, I guess, bougie version of him. I
Sure.
guess is the best way. More sophisticated version of Johnny Storm. But I loved him. He had I thought that his plot point with Shia LaBeouf, Johnny Storm and Shia
Yeah.
LaBeouf, that whole thing.
I like that. I like that too.
I've seen a lot of people online kind of hating on that just because they're like, oh, Johnny Storm's supposed to be a dumb character and he's just supposed to be some dumb teenage kid. And
Is he in the comics? I thought he was pretty
a-
smart.
well, he can be. He's like really good with. He's good with spaceships, obviously, and everything like that. And he's a car guy.
Okay.
So he's really good with that stuff. But I mean, the whole team is usually just like going off of Reed Richards being like, "Do you trust me?" And then everybody on the team being like, "Kind of insane," and it
they
works
follow
out.
suit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it works out. But yeah, like I liked seeing that seeing Johnny Storm like take it into action, because that's one thing that he did the entire movie. Like every single time something happens in that movie, Johnny Storm is the first one to go at
Sure.
it. Freaking Galactus,
Yeah.
a cosmic being, and as soon as he pisses Johnny Storm off, he's flame on and fucking going at
Yeah.
him. Loved
Is that where he takes out the piping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Loved that.
Those scenes with Galactus, with the effects scenes, obviously the chase through space with Silver Surfer was jaw dropping, and one of the highlight, probably in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, one of the more memorable scenes where
Yeah.
you're just like, wow. I
Yeah.
mean, just the way with the, just the subtlety of everything, with the way they were in the way they shot the blasters and they would go around and everything, and how he tried to line her up at that point. I thought that was, brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah. And there were just so many aspects of it. Like that whole scene I thought was great.
The whole sequence of them in space is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
So
It
good.
absolutely was.
So good.
Yeah. And I obviously gave my score, but I thought, again, I echo what you're saying in regards to the cast. Pedro, I'll be forever a Pedro fan. And Vanessa Kirby blew me out of the water. I thought Joseph Quinn was, he was serviceable. And
He did good.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
so.
he was serviceable. I didn't
Yeah.
really. If anybody were like, what was your highlight? First and foremost, it's going to be Vanessa Kirby,
100%,
and then a
yeah.
close second is Pedro. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. A lot of people are, obviously, we talked about how everybody's wondering which one is best, Superman or Fantastic Four. And I think we know each other's. Obviously, you've seen it 6 times,
Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
think Fantastic Four is yours.
For sure.
And I've only seen it the one time so far, and it's fresh in my mind still. Yet I remember one of the biggest things we talked about is when you're left smiling at a movie, and that movie, I caught myself numerous times smiling at it.
Yeah.
And Superman, now I'm not saying I never smiled at Superman, but I remembered more of like just being thoroughly entertained by Fantastic Four in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
The quintessential Marvel summer blockbuster.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was amazing. And I am a huge Fantastic Four comic book fan. Like I've been reading them nonstop since I started. It hasn't been too long, but it's just I've really enjoyed every single comic that I've read from there so far.
Nice.
And it's pretty interesting to see because I've seen it 6 times, multiple times with other people, and it's interesting to see that those people don't really know the story of Franklin yet.
Right.
Like they don't even know what's coming, and like I give them some kind of hint at it, but I don't even want to like tell them everything.
Sure.
Because if they don't know, if they're able to experience it through the
movie?
MCU, the big screen, awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Franklin Richards is freaking unstoppable. That's all I can really say. I mean, he just blows every single powerful creature you can think of in Marvel out of the water.
It'll be interesting to see how they work him into the story going forward.
Oh, from the post, like, okay. This is spoilers for Fantastic Four, all right?
Moving into spoiler territory now.
Yeah. I totally think from the end credit scene that Doom is taking Franklin.
That's kind of what I mean. Why would he
100%.
even be there?
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Why
Yeah.
would you go into the Fantastic Four's home
Yeah.
directly to the kid?
And that
if
should
you
give
don't
you a
have-
hint at how fucking crazy this Galactus went after him.
Yeah.
Well, not immediately. It was like 4 years later, but now Doctor Doom is going after him. Like this kid's got something.
Sure.
And
The Fantastic Four in this world are a known superhero group, so obviously eyes are going to be on them when they have a child, and the child just so happens to be the most powerful being on Earth and possibly the universe, that the threat of another intergalactic threat is now coming to Earth because of the child. So he's special.
I've seen some fan castings of like who Franklin Richards could be like as a teenager in the MCU, and I've liked a couple of them, but one in particular sticks out to me is Walker Scobell.
Not sure who he is.
Percy Jackson in the new TV show.
Oh, okay. He was okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he hit puberty, and so like he's tall now, and he could totally, and he's such a huge Marvel fan. Like with the Adam Project, everything with Deadpool, he's done with Ryan Reynolds and everything like that.
That's right.
He's
the
a
Adam Project.
huge Marvel fan, and so like he said his main goal is to be an Avenger.
Really?
Like he said that's in his mind, that's him making it. Wow. And so
I'm sure he'll get his way.
Oh my goodness. He's seeing him. He got invited to be an extra in Deadpool 3 as one of the Deadpool variants, but he couldn't do it because of his Percy Jackson schedule.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which I thought that would have been cool, just like reuniting with Ryan Reynolds of all people. Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds would have made it happen for him just because of their history from the Adam Project.
But with everything I've seen from like Percy Jackson and even the Adam Project, this kid's been a good actor since he was little.
Oh, he was great in that movie.
I could see him being because Franklin Richards, if they continue with that, like if in their reboot Franklin Richards is still a being in that universe, which he should be, I think Walker Scobell would be perfect for him. Like, I think he has the reputation and what it takes to be a big character in a movie franchise at this point.
Sure, he's got the acting prowess.
Yeah, and he's a young kid. Marvel can lock him down for decades.
Oh,
till
sure.
He's 90.
And he'll gladly sign.
90.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so in regards to Fantastic Four, anything else you want to say?
I don't even know if it'll be in theaters when this is posted, but if it is, go watch it in theaters.
If it's still in theaters, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice if you don't go see it on the big screen.
If this movie loses money, that's ridiculous.
Well, you need to calm down the budgets a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean,
it's
$400 million it took to make this movie, was it?
Including marketing. It was a $200 million budget, but like with marketing and everything like that, it ends up being like $400 to $450.
It's got to make all that back before it's considered a success.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts, which was one of the best Marvel movies in years, is considered a flop because it didn't make its money back.
Yeah. Which
I think when you start factoring in streaming, it's going to be.
I saw this video the other day about like pre-COVID numbers and post-COVID numbers. Like, it's not just Marvel.
Oh, no.
Like, it's
you're
movies
right.
in general.
It's nationwide.
It really is. Like,
worldwide.
Completely worldwide. Movies are not making the money that they were
people
before
just aren't
COVID.
Venturing out, and it's got a lot to do with all types of variants.
It's all,
you know what I mean?
Well, that's when streaming really got popular, is because you couldn't do anything, and like movies is such a big thing. Like in today's culture, I guarantee a dozen people around this block are watching something on their TV.
Oh,
right now.
for sure. Most people don't even pay for cable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
they're streaming everything.
Yeah, streaming.
You're right. It exploded during COVID.
I love being able to watch these things afterward on streaming services, but I hate that it's to the point where people are saying, I can just wait until it's on streaming. Screw that. Screw that.
Well, here's the thing. There are cinephiles and there's non-cinephiles. There's people that truly like going to the movies and experiencing it, and there's others that just don't feel the need to be bothered when they have that mentality. Like, I can just turn it on in 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, why do I give a shit?
Yeah.
But it's it's a different type of crowd that loves to go out to the movies, loves to smell the popcorn, loves the trailers at the beginning, loves the whole experience of basically losing yourself for an hour and a half to 2 hours.
It might be my favorite thing on the planet to do.
It's always been mine.
Yeah.
It's always been mine.
Yeah.
I can remember Mom and Dad taking me as a kid, again, Empire Strikes Back, one of my first memories, and just the feeling of walking up the ramp, because everything's on an incline, and then having the credits playing behind you as you feel good about what you just watched, is one of the best feelings to me, to be entertained for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
And to be, it's why we do what we do. and why we love going to the movies. It's that feeling to be, and it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes, escapism.
Yeah.
Escapism is I think something that has I think it's been my guiding light for my entire life in a lot of ways.
Oh, you've got, just to be able to clear your mind, you've got to have something that you can just like walk away, get your mind off of it for a couple. If that's not movies, fine.
Yeah.
But like
sports for some,
everybody's got
others.
that.
Yeah.
And I think that our escapism is pretty freaking cool.
I agree with you. Hence
Boom.
the Teeter Theater.
Hence the Teeter Theater.
Yeah, I had
Hell
to make
yeah.
my own little area. This past weekend, Alex and I got to venture out and went and saw the latest horror film, Weapons. Which is the second film from director Zach Cregger, who directed, I don't believe you've seen it, Barbarian. That was his first movie. Pretty.
I feel like I have.
Have you?
I don't really remember the plot though.
It basically revolves around an Airbnb that a girl goes to. Okay, all right.
Interesting.
So
I'll have to
anyhow,
watch
it's I highly recommend it. It goes in directions you don't expect it to, much like Weapons.
Yeah.
But I fucking loved Weapons.
It was amazing.
I think
was
other than
awesome.
How to Train Your Dragon this year, I don't think it quite made it up to How to Train Your Dragon stars. But I mean, I think I told you I'm like a 4.25 to a 4.50. I'm in the fours, and I'm not, like, other than How to Train Your Dragon, fours are kind of like you got to be up there to get to a 4 in my book.
I think didn't you give Fantastic Four a 4 too?
No, I was in the threes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other one I gave 4 recently, I think, was Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Yeah. But I absolutely loved it. I loved, and this will be a spoiler-free review. I love the acting. Julia Gardner is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, her and Pedro Pascal's summer, apparently. She's amazing in this, as is Josh Brolin, as is...
It's about to be Josh Brolin's fall and winter. I've seen him in almost every trailer that I see in theaters now.
Oh, he is. Oh, I mean, he's just, this is Brand from the Goonies.
From this movie, understandably so.
Yeah.
Like, he's just I've loved him in Dune. Thanos, he's Thanos.
Obviously, Thanos.
Oh my God.
No Country for Old Men, I loved him in that.
I feel like he's one of those actors that, like, he's got a freaking list.
Oh,
but, like,
Sicario?
Yeah,
Both Sicarios,
a lot of people
dude?
don't give him a lot of credit. Like, I didn't until I started thinking about, like, everything he is.
He is.
He's
He
freaking
deserves
Thanos.
everything that's coming his
Yeah,
way too. 'Cause he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to think I grew up with that kid is Brand from the Goonies. He was the cool older brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely loved Weapons from the very beginning to the very end. I did catch a review where the guy says that he would not categorize this as a horror film. He'd categorize it more as a thriller. And I mean, you can think what you want, but the whole time I'm like, bullshit. This is horror territory through and through. I mean, I'm not going to ruin it, but there are absolutely tons of, the whole mood of it's oppressive. It's just there's dread around every corner. Like, and thrillers, a good thriller will do that as well, but this is something else. This is horror movie territory.
This is like, it's definitely horror, like, but I can see what he's saying, because thrillers are usually more story based.
Sure, and this
is a great story based horror film.
Absolutely,
and that's exactly what it is.
And I'm excited to see what this guy does in the future, just because, I mean, Barbarian I didn't think was as good as this.
Yeah,
but this is like one of my top horror films of all time. It's definitely up there. I'd have to redo my top 10. I don't know if it'd quite make it in the top 10, but it is up there. I'd say top 25 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really, I mean, I think I remember telling you this, like, with most movies halfway through the film, in my head I'm kind of thinking of where it's at in regards to a score. This was the first movie that it was the credits before I was like, this is clearly in the 4s.
Yeah.
Like, this is that, at one point I even flirted with the 5. And I don't think there was anything wrong with the movie per se. I might need to see it once again to really, flesh out that review. But I was thoroughly impressed with this movie. Yeah. It made me squirm throughout its runtime.
Yeah.
I mean, uncomfortable in my seat.
And
I
you can-
laughed
yeah.
like nervously so many times.
You can tell, like, that's my tell when he likes a horror movie is like he'll start to giggle at like like when he gets uncomfortable, like the gruesome,
Yeah.
the gruesome deaths and stuff like that. And you're like, oh,
Or the scene with the when the door opens.
yeah,
That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Like that whole shot, however many seconds that lasted, I was giggling just because it was my only way to somehow let off the whatever I was feeling, like the
Yeah.
tension of what I was feeling.
It's
because
such
I
a good
laughed
movie.
nervously.
it really is such a good movie.
It was, and I can't wait. I told my cousin Kenny, who is a horror aficionado. I told him, I said, you need to see this movie, and he's like, I'll do everything I can to get to it as soon as I can.
And what brilliant casting of Julia Gardner.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, that was just like her. It was.
It was.
She just
I mean,
embraced it.
she did. I mean, she, obviously Ozark, she's a powerhouse in, but she really held her own in this. And I think I leaned over to you. I'm like, I can't see anybody else. This is the perfect role for her.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't. Yeah.
She's
I
so
mean,
dynamic. She can just do everything.
She just like. Yeah, you could just understand. Because that's the thing with each character too. Is like. Each character has something that is in their way or something that's wrong with them per se.
Sure.
Like there's a problem with each one, and with hers, yeah, it's like more
the
about
character arc.
Yeah, well, yeah, like
Where they
she's
start
got-
off, they have an issue, and then
and
they,
hers, yeah,
they work on it, and they at the end of it, there's somebody else.
and that's
Or they've changed.
Yeah, like she did really good because her character's whole thing, not to spoil too much, is just like, thinking it's all about me, like woe is
Right,
me
right.
a lot of the time, and she just. Even when she wasn't saying anything, you could see that.
Yeah.
Like you could feel it.
And that's where I think the director is so good, is he knows when to leave the camera on an actor as they're delivering, like even
Or an
or an object.
Like
I mean,
that glass shot where it's something so simple. I leaned over to you when because I liked it that much. I was like, I think that's so cool. It's just a glass shot. She's walking around her kitchen doing her thing, but it's just like beautiful.
it's just shot. Yeah, it was set on the counter,
Yeah,
wasn't it? And
yep.
then she just absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where I think being his second film, Zach Krager is going to do amazing things going forward because he's flirting with those kind of shots
Yeah.
now. He's crafting he's fine tuning his own craft.
Mm-hmm.
So what he's doing is and I couldn't tell you how well like even the way that the structure of the story is told, not necessarily linear, but like kind of all over the place, like everyone's perspective. Spoiler, but not really. But yeah, I mean, it's told almost in chapters.
It's like, yeah, you've got a main character, but by the end of the movie, you feel like there's each character that they focus on is a main character.
True. It's more of an ensemble
Yeah.
cast, and what it does is Krager will follow each character around for their chapter, and it's all based around the same couple days, but how those events that happen affect these people differently.
And I love that he did it in a way where it didn't there was a couple moments in that movie where I was feeling it was a little bit repetitive with that, but he proved me wrong every time. I was like, am I really going to have to go through a whole character's next 3 days right now?
Right.
Nope.
No,
He
yeah,
jumps to the important parts of the
that person-
interactions of
exactly,
different
that person's,
characters.
day.
Yeah.
Or days.
And then continues on the story for
Yeah.
like, even if it's just the story continues on for like a couple hours or even like an extended scene. He just did a great job at that.
I thought the pacing was remarkably done.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the tension was masterful.
Yeah.
Like this guy with his second movie
Yeah.
knows how to ramp up the tension like that. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like I wish I could just spoil this and just and show almost like a class in it, like where I was just, my jaw was on the floor.
Well,
I'm
I would
this
like-
scene here, and
I would like to go into spoilers because I do have like a couple pros and cons that I have, and some cons are spoiler territory.
Okay.
So
Well,
if we-
spoilers, you've been warned.
okay. I don't even think I've given them my number yet.
No,
Have
I think we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I had for spoiler territory, I had a couple issues. I was telling you when I left the theater, I could just be like looking more in or thinking not enough into it or too much into it, but I wanted a little bit more storyline of Gladys. Like I wanted a little bit more beforehand. Like
Gotcha.
how long was the runtime for this
Ooh,
movie.
I'd have to look it up. I'm not 100% sure. Let me just check.
I think it was just over 2 hours.
Just over 2 hours.
Yeah, like 2 hours, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, or something like that.
2 hours, 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have squeezed in, like, if Gladys had a
little bit more backstory.
character
chapter.
I would have loved that. Like,
Yeah.
just to have, it doesn't even have to follow the linear way he was going with it, but
Right.
just like a backstory of how she got into this family's life.
Gotcha.
And how she became a witch or something. Like, just more about that storyline.
Sure.
So that was one problem with it. And then we just talked about this, the AR on top of the roof.
With Josh Brolin's
his dream.
character.
Yeah.
His dream, the AR-15.
Yeah,
So if I remember correctly, he looks at the house, and above the house is a CGI AR-15
AR-15
assault rifle.
or like M16 or whatever.
Yeah, something to that
Some
effect.
assault
But it's an
rifle.
assault rifle floating in midair with the number 217 on the counter, bullet counter.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever really went into directly what that meant. I mean, I think people are taking what they will away from it.
Well, I understood it as a reference to, because she referenced them as being her weapons.
Oh, okay.
And so I understood it from that point, but I think that reference alone, like just having a gun on top of a house, is too vague.
It almost took me out of it a little
Yeah.
bit. It was an interesting visual.
Yeah.
But it was so kind of off beat to what we were working with the movie.
It was completely offbeat.
It was
like I
out of
remember
left
saying
field.
saying in the theater when I saw that, like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, exactly.
And it was something that I was expecting. With how the movie was going, I was expecting a detailed reasoning for that.
Sure.
And I didn't really
A little
get
bit
that.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it was just references, kind of. And then another problem that I had with it was just the 2:17 time in general. Like,
Okay.
I felt like it was a big focus on the movie for it not to be like a specific reasoning for that time. Like, it just
Why
in the
specifically?
movie. Yeah,
was that
in the
time?
movie it was just when it ended up happening, it just so happened that she rang the bell at that time.
Right.
But they made it a big thing, and I was pretty confused by that.
Well, I had watched a video where they were talking about how Zach Krieger is a big fan of Stephen King. And in being a fan of Stephen King, he was a fan of The Shining. And I do believe in the original book, and in the book itself, it is the room 217, which is what I think he was referring to. So it was a little Easter egg of his. I don't think 217 really meant anything in regards to, anything that was story.
Plot-wise?
Exactly. I think it was just a number in Zach's head that he had kind of,
Like an homage.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
Okay.
I think that. Now, one thing I also heard recently is that, did you know that I do believe New Line Cinema was the one that there was a bidding war for the script when he wrote it? He wrote it on spec. Now, on spec means you write it without being hired. You just write a script yourself and then go shop it. It's called spec. He wrote that spec, and then there was a bidding war. New Line, I want to say a bunch of different studios, but Jordan Peele wanted it more than
Doesn't
anything.
surprise me.
Right? And he didn't win, and rumor is he fired his managers because they lost that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. I don't know the how true it is.
Because I was just thinking that, like, if Zach Krieger keeps up his run that he's just these past two movies, I have yet to see the first one, but
Right.
with what you say and how good Weapons was, because I've been saying mostly my negatives about it, but it's a great movie. Like, overall, beautifully done.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, him and Jordan Peele are gonna be like the two top horror dogs for a little bit.
Well, just that he's on Jordan Peele's radar right now, just like it's like, okay, Jordan Peele being
guy's something special.
a horror aficionado the way he is going to pluck this guy up in no time, and then they're going to be working together.
Imagine 10 years ago, you and I saying that Jordan Peele was one of the
Right.
GOAT.
As we just put on YouTube to watch
horror directors,
Key and Peele skits.
Got it. Do it again. Shoot me in the...
Are you telling me you've got that caught between your hand right now?
Yeah.
One of the greatest ever. Fudge. That was when they did the football thing and they all had the different names. And the one guy just goes, it was Jordan Peele. He goes, Fudge.
Have you seen the one where it's like, I said,
That's a classic. I looked this girl in her orbital socket. And I said,
fucking love
that's one of my favorites of all time. Well, so we got to rate it, obviously. So,
yeah.
out of 5, should we do 3, 2, 1? And you, or wait, no, actually, let's just do, what did you give it out of, what would you give Weapons out of 5?
I would say I'm at a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I'm at a 4.
Okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to put it at a 4.25. It's been a day since we've seen it. I've had a lot to think about. I even talked to a coworker who hates those movies, so he just wanted me to spoil everything for him. And I did, and he was just like, what the hell? I told him about the fork scene. He was just like, I can't watch movies like that. How could you even sit through that? I'm like, it was tough, but that was, like, I obviously told him leading up to it why it happened anyhow, but he was just absolutely blown away by it. But yeah, I'd give it a comfortable 4.25. It was one of the best horror movies I've seen in at least, I want to say, since Hereditary blew me away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the Hereditary level. It really is.
When did Hereditary come out?
It's got to be. We're going on 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
I want to say. Let's look it up. 2018.
When did Us come out? 2019. Yeah, I think Us was like the last one that I was shocked by how good it was.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I will say in the Jordan Peeleverse, Nope is still probably my favorite movie by him.
You know, I did really like Nope. I have yet to rewatch it though.
I watched it with Grandma. She was here one day, and I'm like, we were going through stuff, and she's like, "What's Nope?" I'm like, "Oh, you've got to watch it." And I had to think. I'm like, this isn't going to be too much for her, because she can't handle a whole lot at all. So I wasn't going to like put in, Evil Dead for her or anything.
Right,
But and she loved it. She thought it was great, and I still sing that movie's praises. I think it's phenomenal.
Is really, really good.
Yeah. Get Out is probably my next favorite, and then Us is 3rd.
Us is 3.
3 for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was something about the underground world that like just didn't jive with me. Like, okay, so these people have been here this whole time and nobody, like, what's going on? Yeah. So that whole world building kind of left me a little wanting. I was like,
well, I mean, I thought that with how the plot was, where it was just complete duplicates, like I thought that was all right.
Yeah, I just wanted more backstory on this whole like subterranean world that has our opposites there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so they can come up just at any time, like they're just below the surface.
No, they had the plan.
What do you mean?
Their plan was to take over the world, and that's what they did at the end of it.
The others, you mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, because they had pictures and paintings, murals on the wall of all of them holding hands together. Like,
I'd have to watch it again. It's been years. Obviously.
Their big plan was you are somebody's opposite, and your life is miserable here. Your job is to take over your doppelganger's life, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the whole plot behind that just leaves me like kind of like, well, like if someone were to pitch me that idea, I liked that the package and that the execution that Jordan Peele did, but the actual like as I ponder that,
I can understand.
I see little faults in it. Like, okay,
I can understand.
That kind of thing. So that's probably why it's my least favorite.
Gotcha.
Get Out being a lot more pliable, like. Not could happen, but you know what I mean. And then obviously Nope being
him
like just
looks
crazy.
Pretty freaking good.
I'm excited to see him.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's worth the hype, but if it's a Jordan Peele produced movie, I got confidence in it.
Yeah.
The trailer looks amazing.
So good.
Yeah, it's one of the better trailers that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and it's one of those trailers that it's like the plot. You understand the main point of it, but it's not revealing too much.
Right.
In each shot, it's like it's so obscure that you can't even really.
You can't piece it
How
together.
the hell do they get to that?
Yeah, you
point,
can't piece it together. Like, where is this plot going? Like, I can see that being the end shot. He clearly, it keeps you guessing the whole time. And that's what people need to do with trailers these days. Stop giving away the whole fucking movie with the trailers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's move on. That's a good segue. Let's move on to like the Spider-Man brand new day talk.
There we go.
So Spider-Man Brand New Day just started filming recently.
In the last like week.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of leaks and pictures from set.
Almost daily.
Yeah, literally daily.
Yeah.
I've been seeing on TikTok like if it's rainy that day,
Sure.
no Spider-Man filming today. Weather's too bad.
Right.
What the hell are we doing here?
Right. It's like they're playing for the crowds. Now, granted, what I will say to that is they didn't promise, but they were saying this would be a more grounded film. So
Yeah.
they said, more, and that was one of the complaints we got from No Way Home was like, there's barely any like city shots, like real life shots. It's all green screen. It's all, in the multiverse, things
Yeah.
like that. Where I think they're really trying to do like what they promised at the end of No Way Home with him jumping rooftop to rooftop. They're bringing it more down into the city, especially with the inclusion of the Punisher and the villains and Hulk. So what I think they're doing now is they're getting all the exterior shots of the city done, and then it's going to move into the studios for the next 2 months to where they're going to do that and then post-production. So we're not going to see anything after a while. So everything that we're seeing now is just going to be the exterior shots that they're going to be showing in the trailer, I imagine.
Yeah.
But they're going to be, most of this stuff's going to move to probably Georgia, where they do a lot of the MCU projects, or, abroad, maybe, out of the country.
I've seen too much already. I understand that the public are like invited in Glasgow to the set, so yeah, that changes things. Like there's going to be public leaks and stuff like that. So I feel like they're expecting that and planning for that. But I think there's still just too much going out. Like,
Where are they filming right now?
Where?
Yeah.
Glasgow, in Scotland.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder what that's posing for, or if they're actually going to
I
be.
think they're just posing it as New York for right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
'Cause-
talked about a little bit about like how our thoughts on why they're doing it, why they're shooting there. That I think made it.
Yeah.
The edit.
Yeah. I am really excited for Scorpion though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so excited for that.
It'll be cool to see him back.
Yeah, like with everything from the post-credit scene on how he's trying to plan the Sinister Six with Vulture and everything like that. Yeah, he's just got a vendetta against Spider-Man since Spider-Man's been a sophomore in high school. Like he's just a villain that hates him, and that's the type of villain that I feel like Marvel's been missing recently. Is just doesn't even have to have a motive, just fucking hates that guy, you know?
Right. Holds a grudge
Yeah.
against him
Yeah.
for the time he's doing and things like that.
Yep.
And then he just got disfigured a little bit in his face, didn't he? He had a scar near the end of it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, to me, it kind of looks like a little bit of, like it got infected by some venom or something. So I didn't know if, like, the stuff from his actual Scorpion suit got him or something like that.
Right.
Like, I didn't know if that was involved with just his character, but I don't know.
No, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that, the inclusion of that character.
Yeah.
See him suit up and to see him, go toe to toe with Spider-Man, I think would be badass.
Super cool.
Oh yeah,
Super
for
cool.
sure. Especially if they do that suit the justice that it deserves, which Marvel will do.
Hopefully they don't make him like Giancarlo Esposito's character in Brave New World,
Okay.
where it's just like he's got this reputation of being a huge villain in the comics and everything, and then he's just like a side character helping them get to the real bad guy.
No, I think with the history of the suit that he wears, I think you're looking at a serious, like, pivotal scene in the movie.
I hope so.
I would
Yeah.
imagine,
I
because
hope
that's a
so.
suit that,
I haven't
if
seen
done right with the choreography and the CGI,
Yeah.
could be badass. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That was the name of the cartoon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Was it?
I'm like 90% sure.
Okay, I'll just say, look at the Spider-Man cartoon that just released. Like
Yeah.
that whole inclusion of the Scorpion in that was awesome. Was amazing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
it really
so
was.
I really hope they, develop that into this new movie, and
Yeah.
I think they will. I think we're going to see a badass action scene.
Well, yeah, because holy shit. Like now that I kind of think about it, I mean, I know that shows Peter Parker and then 616's Peter Parker are very similar. It's just animated. Like they've gone through the same exact motions of like saving that bus in that video. They went
Right.
through that exact same thing. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get a lot of Spider-Man's origin in Homecoming or
Right.
anything like that. So, but we got a little bit of his interactions with Scorpion in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been like, might not be bar for bar exactly what happened in the MCU, but it could have been close.
It is close. I
Yeah.
mean, if you think about it, he's more of a leader of a gang in the animated show,
Yeah.
but he's much more of a, I don't know, he's a criminal obviously in this one, but
He's like a brute in a gang, yeah.
Right,
And I'm
so
wondering if
they flesh that out to make him maybe a little bit more paralleled to what the one is.
yeah,
in the
like
cartoon.
Spider-Man could have stopped like a gang of people, and like he could have met this Lonnie Tombstone character already, and we just haven't seen that stuff
Sure.
yet, you know. Doctor Strange stuff I doubt happened because they never met. And then the symbiote stuff in the show, like
Right.
obviously there's some differences.
Yeah,
but,
most definitely.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously.
Yeah.
Did we? And well, obviously, just in case we didn't mention it, that one shot that's been released of him on top of the car.
Oh my God! Fucking
is-
aura.
That is legendary
Yeah.
in regards to any kind of. I mean, hell, that could be the poster.
I was thinking that too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I forget what Timothy Chalamet movie it's in, but there is literally, they did that for him. Like, there was a behind the scenes shot of him, like, listening and looking over to the director in his suit, and he's just, like, a really menaced face, and they made that the poster of the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I could totally see them doing something like that.
Yeah, I hope so because
It'd be so
it was
sweet.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And then we
Happy Gilmore.
Yes. So we've had a few movies released on streaming recently. One of which, I think to close out the summer season, was the sequel to the beloved Happy Gilmore, at least beloved in, I think, our worlds. We both love that movie very much.
Shared a release date with Fantastic Four.
Did it? Oh, yeah, it did. Come
July
out the same
25th.
weekend. That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
Yep.
So you got halfway through it.
Yeah, I couldn't finish it.
Okay. And my thoughts on it are that it's a steaming pile of garbage. So bad. So bad.
Yeah,
I mean, you shit all over the legacy of the first one. I mean, if Sandler could have just, hired some better screenwriters to flesh out something that could have been, it's not hard. Like,
Yeah,
that's what blows
no
me
doubt.
away. Like, Happy Gilmore is in no way, shape, or form high art by any means.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So to top the original was not a hard assignment at all. So the fact that they just basically, I mean, they probably honestly had a few genuine ideas and then fucking chat GPT'd the shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, had AI write out the script. It was that freaking bad. I
Yeah.
groaned more than I ever even smirked or laughed. Even, some of the fanfare where they're, kicking back to characters from the original, all well and good. And then the cameos. Give me a fucking break with the cameos. Like, my God, dude. Like, just, I mean, and what's so upsetting about it is this is a guy who's done Uncut Gems. This is a guy who did, what was the basketball movie?
Hustle.
Yeah. He's had some really good movies, and then I don't know. I think he's tired. Honestly, I think he's tired. I think he didn't want. This was that one assignment that he procrastinated, and like 2 days before he had to turn in the script, he fucking just hammered some shit out and then ran with it. I was just so disappointed in it, but I wasn't. Like I think we talked about it previously. I didn't expect a lot out of it because
Right.
Sandler really hasn't been putting a lot of good shit out there, other
Yeah.
than the more serious stuff that he does seems to be better than any of the comedy he's putting out right now. So anyhow, that is my review. Well, my review is officially a 1 star for Happy Gilmore 2 because it is an utter pile of garbage. Don't waste your time. Skip past it. Don't even have like a morbid curiosity towards it. It's not worth your time. Save your time. Watch something else, and you'll probably be better off. So that's just my thoughts. Please comment down below. Let me know how you think I'm wrong or if you agree with me.
I don't
Or-
think anybody really liked that.
I've
movie.
talked to a few people that loved it.
Really?
Yes.
I've
Yes.
seen people all over the place just being like, "What the hell was that?"
And I agree, but
Yeah.
I sit there and like, I ask these people, I'm like, well, what did you think? Well, it was funny. It was goofy. I'm like, okay. Like, are you a big fan of the original? Oh, I love the original. I'm like, okay, well, all right, but I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It's lost on me.
It
I
wasn't
just don't
even
understand.
funny.
Yeah,
Like-
no, not at all.
Yeah.
I watched that and Final Destination Bloodlines in the same day, back to back, and I thought Final Destination Bloodlines was far more entertaining. If it was
Yeah.
that was actually a good movie. I
Yeah.
thought so. I thought they are doing well with the franchise with that one, but yep, it's just my 2 cents.
There was one funny part in the movie where, like, the people I watched it with, like, I tried to watch part of it halfway through, and then I tried to watch half of it with Ben and Cam, too.
Okay.
When I hung out with them. And just the one scene where he's out golfing with these
The young kids?
the young kids, and he's drunk, and it's just the one shot of him, like, I think he thinks the tee box is the ball, and he
Yeah.
goes up and fucking whacks it. That was funny.
Okay,
I
yeah,
thought
and there
that
was again, there were a few brief moments
Yeah.
where I chuckled a little
Yeah.
bit, but
But,
I
like-
hated the story. I hated like the whole, him with kids now. Now I get it. We're 30 years later or what have you. I understand that, but it's just the execution,
Yeah.
If you were to give me plot points of like, well, this is where I want to take Happy in this next movie, I would have been, his wife dies and this and that, which I thought was a major mistake.
Yeah.
And then, the inclusion of all these kids, I was just like, oh my God. And I don't know if it was the kids, the casting they did. I don't know. I wasn't a fan. I vehemently disliked the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it got to a point where literally I saw how much time was left, and I was like, fuck that!
Well, good for you. 'Cause
Hell
there's some
no.
movies that I know that I'll just stop watching altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are very few. That one took me 2 tries to get through because I did watch, much like you, I watched the first half and then was like, what is this shit? But I think the first half is actually better than the second half. The second half where they have the X Games golf bullshit,
Really?
I thought was absolutely ludicrous. I just
Yeah.
thought it was so dumb. So anyhow, just my thoughts on it. I shouldn't waste any more time reviewing a movie that is, that I really did not like. All right, well, that's about it for this episode of Teeter Talk. We want to thank you guys for joining us once again, for tuning in. Just remember to follow us on all of our other social media if you are not currently doing it. We are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. That's about it for now. But yeah, check us out on all those platforms. Leave us comments, interact with us. We love to hear from you guys. We really do. Leave us good stuff, leave us bad stuff. Kind of hold off on the bad stuff as best you can. But you're not going to agree with us, so disagree with us down in the comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be nice about it.
Yeah, give us your
we're
hot
fragile.
takes.
We're not fragile. Yeah, give us your hot takes. Let us know what you think. Argue with me about Happy Gilmore if you want. Or did you see Weapons? Did you like Weapons? What did you think of Weapons? Fantastic Four, Superman, all of them.
Yeah.
Just, feel free to leave comments. Please please subscribe. And yeah, we look forward to our next episode.
I would really like to know which movie is better to the general eye for Fantastic Four and Superman. So if we can get a voting in the comments or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be
what did you
sweet.
think the best movie of the summer was?
Yeah.
Was it truly Superman? Was it Fantastic Four? Was it Weapons? Because in my opinion, I think Weapons is probably one of the best movies of the summer. One of my highest rated right now.
Yeah.
So anyhow, yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And we will see you next time.
All right.
All
See
right.
ya.
See ya.